Good morning, East High. I'm Dani Vasquez with a special Eagle Eye interview with Dr. Nelms, next year's superintendent of East High School. Welcome, Dr. Nelms.
Thank you, Dani.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thanks. You're welcome. I'm about to ask you several questions.
Okay.
So the first is, what is family time?
Family time is an opportunity for adults and kids to get together and talk about things that are happening in school, out in the community. Ideally, you would have about 10 to 12 students with one adult. And it's an opportunity for just to talk about things that are happening. So if there's things that are troubling the student, they can help find a counselor for them. They can talk about accolades like yourself. So if I were you, I would come in and say, hey, I was named salutatorian for the school. And you know, maybe the group of 10 or 12 will celebrate that. But just an opportunity for every student to have at least one adult in the building that they feel safe to share things that are great in their lives and also things that may impact them for being a successful student.
That sounds really nice.
Awesome. Wet bar.
Next question is, explain how block scheduling will work next year.
So block scheduling will give students an opportunity to have extra math and ELA support. When we met with students last week in grades 7 through 11, we talked about them committing and being all in. And so if we want to have students ready for college and career, we have to provide time in the schedule for them to get some of that work done. Students said to us that it was difficult to go home and do their homework. Their parents didn't understand it, or they left the materials at home. So we built in the schedule opportunities for students to do their work during the school day with a teacher nearby who can help them with the content. So we took the concerns of the students and created a schedule that gives them support in the school day, as well as extra time in those areas that they do well in, as well as the classes that they struggle.
Awesome. I sure wish I was here next year.
Come back. You can come back and volunteer.
Next question. When does school start and when does it end?
Well, we have two different start and stop times for students. The middle school, which would be grades 6 through 8, will arrive at 7:30, and the upper school, which are grades 9 through 12, will arrive at 8 o'clock. And we did that for a couple reasons. One is we want to separate the kids, the middle school and the high school kids. It allows them to have their own school within a school kind of feel. It also allows us to flex our schedule. So there might be times where high school students who are coming in at 8 will need extra support. Maybe they can come in at 7:30. And we have teachers that'll be here for them to help them. Or for the middle school kids who may need extra help, we'll have some time after school when the high school is still in session. So we just took the schedule, made it a little bit longer for students and staff. But again, if we're going to do all these really cool, innovative things like extra sports and extra activities and better classes, we have to create more time. So we had to stagger the start and end time of the school day to accommodate what students are asking for. That's more opportunities to have fun in school and to learn as much as they possibly can before they graduate.
Next question. What new electives and new opportunities will students see next year?
Well, I would say for next year you'll see more advanced placement courses. You'll see this thing called compressed classes that will help students who may have not been successful in classes the first time be able to do it, to repeat it in a shorter amount of time so they can get caught up with their peers. You're going to see opportunities to get in English and math, extra time for literacy blocks where students who may have struggled passing the assessments will now have more time to work with reading teachers and literacy specialists and English teachers and coaches. So we really took all the things that students and parents and teachers said they needed and tried to put into a schedule. What we hope is after the first year, students will identify additional electives that they want. So as we think about the medical field and law enforcement or other career tracks, we want to build in more electives based on student choice. We are a school that's designed to give students what they want and what they need, what they ask for. So the elective should be driven by them. Sound good?
Yeah.
Would you have liked that as a student?
Yeah.
If you were remaining? Okay, good.
It gives them an idea of what their career will be after college or even in the future.
That's right. It gives them something to look forward to. And that's what we want. We want to build a school that when students leave, they have an idea what they want to do. Mm-hmm. Maybe not be perfect. When I left college, I wanted to be a police officer. When I got into college, I wanted to be a lawyer. When I left college, I was a teacher. But I knew that I wanted to be something that helped others. And so we can help students kind of narrow their focus. When they get into college, they start thinking about a job or career, they'll have that skill set and that background knowledge to be able to accomplish that. We don't want students to leave their senior year not having an idea what they want to do. So as a school system, we want to give students every opportunity to explore as many different options as they can so that they're successful.
Yeah. How will the U of R support students who want to go to college?
Well, the U of R has provided a lot of support. They have the professors working here full time. They've given access to their music program, their arts programs, their sports programs will all come and support East. But U of R itself will help us with filling out college applications. They're going to use their power to connect our students with job opportunities and internships in the community. For our teachers, they're going to bring over a lot of research around how to teach students differently and engage them better in the learning process. So the U of R's they're here to support the administration, teachers, students, families. We've used their translation services to take our documents so that our students from Nepal can read them in their native language, that our Spanish-speaking students can have documents decoded in their language. So U of R has been a great asset to the community and a great asset to East, and we're excited about making East a place where the families, the students, and the staff will be proud of what they are accomplishing here at East because of the resources that U of R has provided, and that's the goal. So U of R is going to do whatever we need them to do to make sure students like yourself feel welcome and supported here, your families feel safe and secure about sending you to school, and that teachers feel valued and respected as professionals. And so all those things together make for a great school environment.
For the students who have after-school activities or sports, will they have any difficulty? Like, how would that? Not
at all. So we've worked with transportation and the busing folks downtown to make sure that students have transportation before school and after school. We encourage as many kids as possible to participate in sports, after-school activities. They'll either take the yellow bus or the RTS bus. For high school students, it'll probably be the RTS buses. But our goal is to make sure that students stay to get help or stay for sports, they have a ride home. And it'll either be yellow bus or RTS buses. But every student who stays, every student who participates will have a ride home. And we'll make sure they get home safely.
Okay. A lot of students are concerned about this. Plastic pizza.
Plastic pizza. Huh? Who wants plastic pizza, right? No one.
No.
So the U of R is committed to working with the district to provide lunches that our students want. I mean, that's one of the, on the student surveys, one of the largest responses we received was fix the food, right? I mean, who wants to eat food that they deem as nasty or not good? So our job is to work with district office and work with local vendors to enhance the quality of food. And so our first step is to make sure that the food is not just good for East kids, but for all kids in the district. And then also working with our local vendors. There are a lot of companies around here who volunteer to work with us around our food preparation. We have an amazing chef program here, culinary program here, maybe utilizing them for some of these services. But our goal is to make sure that students feel better about what they're eating, and that's extremely important. We don't want students not to eat and be hungry all day because of you didn't want to eat the food, right? Yeah, so our mission is to change the plastic pizza, as you guys call it, and provide options that are nutritious and also that taste good, and that is a goal of ours. Yeah, that's a great question, a great concern. Students are right. Yeah.
And the last question. What will you be doing in the building next year? So
my job is pretty cool, actually. I supervise, or as Mr. Soler would say, I'm the boss of Mr. Soler, Ms. Blocker, and others in the building. And my job is to make sure that we adhere and we hold ourselves accountable for making sure that the plan that we submitted to the state actually happens. So if we told the state we wanted to have better resources for teachers, it's my job to make sure they have those. We wrote the state and said we want to make sure that students had a voice in decisions. It's my job to make sure that occurs. When we wrote to the state and said we want families to be engaged, we want materials to be translated in their native languages, my job is to make sure that happens. But more importantly, we told the state that we think if we have all these resources and you give us an opportunity to work with these, that students will leave us better prepared for college, better prepared for career. They'll be better citizens in our community. And so that's our biggest goal, is make sure we have graduates 4 years from now that far exceed 45%, that we have students who feel good about coming to school, and parents who feel good about the school system in the Rochester City School District. And that's our goal. And at the end of the day, it's my job to make sure that happens. And that's what I'm being held accountable for. If I don't do that, I should be fired. And so I want to keep my job. So I'm hoping that I can provide all that for the family and the parents and students and staff, because I think we all deserve that. And more importantly, you all deserve that. So I'm going to give it my 100% effort to make sure that every student has every opportunity to be successful. Dani, it has been a pleasure talking to you today. I'm excited about things that come at East, and I wish you well as you move on next chapter of your life as an adult. Pretty scary, huh? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right, as a young adult. So it's been great. And I'm very happy to have sat and spoken with you. Someone who's obviously had much success here at East, and we hope that many students are like you in the future.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. And I thank you for your time and effort to be here.
Thank you, Dani.
You're welcome.